If you want to change your life and start your new chapter, you have to get comfortable with being the first. Being the first in your family or being the first in your social circle to do something new. In the beginning, it's going to feel hard. It's going to feel hard feeling like the different one or like the black sheep because we literally are tribal people. So whenever we are feeling like we're moving away from our friends or our social circle or the people that we're the closest to, it does feel like a physical threat in our body. Give yourself compassion during that initial phase, and it's gonna feel a little easier the more time that goes by. So continue working on your goals and working on yourself, because what ends up happening most of the time is that you'll find that people just come around, and the ones that end up not coming around, it just means that they no longer align with the this new version of yourself, and that's okay too. We are meant to grow and evolve, so don't let the fear of losing others keep you stuck. If anything, be the one that creates the new path so then others can follow and you're leading the way. I remember when my dad started his own business when I was a teenager, and it felt so different at the time. This was over 20 years ago when it was not that common for people to be self employed and work for themselves like it is today. And I remember that we moved across the country for this so he could start his brick and mortar business. And it was just, I remember him getting so much backlash because we left our whole family, we left our whole community so that he could pursue this goal. So many people doubted him, and I'm sure some probably wanted him to fail so he could move back. But my dad stayed true to himself and he continued working towards his goals because he had a bigger vision. 20 years later, and he now has retired and he has given the business to my brother, so it has stayed in the family. But can you imagine how different our life would have been if he never would have done that? If he never would have been the first to do something like this? He has been a huge inspiration to me and has inspired me to create an online business that also feels really different, and it is also something new. These examples involve business, but you could also be the first to implement new habits in your family or in your social circle. So for instance, I became a vegetarian over 20 years ago, and that was something new when it was so not mainstream like it is today. I also remember when I started running over 10 years ago, and it was really different in my family because I didn't grow up seeing any relatives having an exercise routine because most of them had labor intensive jobs, so they were not going to work out after work or anything like that. So when I started running, it was just kind of, they thought I was kind of weird. And also when I ran my first half marathon, they kind of didn't really understand it. But now my dad is running too. This is a type of difference that you're able to make when you are the first to do something new. Just make sure that you're being authentic and do what feels right to you.